What is up, everybody? We're back. We are back. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's stream. I apologize that it is on a Thursday and not a Tuesday. Life gets in the way sometimes, so we just kind of roll with it. Roll with the punches. Caffeine. Make sure I sound good. This is the part of the stream when we make sure everything is firing on all cylinders. That's what we're doing. Today is going to be just a casual stream as I try to tackle more of Moria. If you tuned into the last stream, the goal was to do Moria. However, the guild wanted to take on some questing together, and they brought me to Osgiliath and Minas Tirith, and I jumped off the highest level of Minas Tirith and died. It was a lot of fun, but I got that achievement, so that was cool. But it deviated us off course, which is totally fine because that's part of the game. You know, you get to bounce around and do those kind of things, especially when you're playing with such awesome people. But tonight we're going to get back on track, try to finish as much of Moria as we can. We're just going to chill, have a good stream. Any of the guild is welcome to hop in to the chat at any point, because we're all just playing the game. Before we start tonight's stream, though, this kind of deviates away from the Lord of the Rings community. This is more for anybody that's a fan of Harry Potter. Heard the sad news that Michael Gambon passed away earlier. Who, if you haven't seen any of the movies, he played, from the third movie on, he played Dumbledore. And Dumbledore was one of the most important characters in all of Harry Potter. So it's just sad to lose people that influence you in a certain way, whether you're young or old. So I figured we'd start off by playing a little farewell music for him. I have grabbed my Elder Wand as a way of saying goodbye to the man. So, yeah, it's sad. It's sad indeed. We're here for the community, but we're gonna play this farewell song. I want to put the headphone on so I can hear it. You should be able to hear it. For our friend Michael Gambon, happiness can be found even in the darkest of times, if one only remembers to turn on the lights. I appreciate the moment of silence, everybody. This is hit me harder than it should. Um, but I grew up to Harry Potter, so it's just I remember when the movies would come out around Christmas time or December, November. My family and I would all go to the movies together to watch the movies when they came out, and just seeing Harry Potter grow up and Dumbledore and everybody is just part of my childhood. So hit me just as hard when we lost Hagrid. But all is good. Let's shift course and let us hop into the game. If anybody is in the Discord chat, hello. Thank you for joining us.
Hello.
Let's switch over to monitor view. All right. What are you working on tonight?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Mordor.
Fun. That's a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
You?
I'd like to finish Moria tonight. That's my main thing. If Hangamar hops on, more than welcome to kind of play around and do whatever. But I want to try to finish this quest line tonight. That's my goal.
How far into it are you?
Let's see. Volume 2, Book 4, Fire and Water. So it looks like, let me pull up my... There it is. All right, Fire and Water.
Is that before or after you go to Lothlorien?
This is before.
Okay.
Yeah. So...
Yeah, you keep having to go back to Moria even after you think you've left. So.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and that's what Ian was warning me of. He's like, when you're done Moria, you're not done Moria.
Yeah.
So it looks like once I go to Broin and turn this quest in, then it goes to Book 5, which is Drums of the Deep, which talks about Azog the Defiler, which would be pretty cool.
I think I remember what that is. They all the names blend together.
All right. All right. So he is at Durin's Way. Just got to figure out where the heck I'm going. Oh, it's up there. Okay. So I need to go to the Rakbazan. All right.
Dwarves must fight for dwarves.
All right. As we're riding up to Thrak-Bazan, I'll give you guys a little update. Unfortunately, our leader will be unavailable to join us this evening. He's got some personal matters to attend to over the next few weeks. And I know if he has access to it, he's more than likely watching the stream or will watch the stream. But he misses everybody and wishes everybody well. We definitely miss him, that little dwarf. All right, so I got to go this way. Level 56. I remember when I was level 56. We still have 1 month and 17 days until they reset the legendary item track. And I'm only on level 5. So that's great. Let's hit this Sage Locker. Cool. Awesome. Now I can put my full headphones on. If my audio cuts out at all, just give me a little heads up. And if you're watching the stream and you can't hear any of the audio, just hop in the chat. Let me know. Is he in here? A peaceful path? Let's see. More than likely he is. Yep.
I have had enough of adventure, my friend. Would that I had never come here. Tell Bori not to wield Zigilberg. I fear the X may be cursed.
All right, we have moved on to book 5. Nice. Azog's Legacy. Let me turn off all these other quests, because...
Congrats.
Thank you, thank you. Dunland. Nope, turn that off. Where's this one? Oh, that's Moria. Yeah, we'll keep that one on. All right, so now I have to go all the way back to the 21st Hall, so that's great. Thanks, guys. Come on. Go through the door. There we go. Oh, is that the water bottle I hear?
Hydration is important.
I absolutely agree. All right, so we need to go to... Oh, I could have just hit that, but that's okay. I'll hit it now. Drinking some Ghost Energy right now. Sour Pink Lemonade. Does it taste pretty good? My friend gave me a new energy drink made from a mushroom extract, amongst other ingredients. Unfortunately, I did not like it. It tasted bad.
It sounds very hobbity.
But I don't think
hobbits would like.
Right? I don't think hobbits drank blue raspberry flavored anything though. That's the problem.
True, but hobbit or mushrooms in any capacity.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't think about that. Ian would have definitely reminded me of that if I was able to chat with him before this stream.
Have you played a hobbit yet?
No. I have not. I should. I love your Hobbit Brawler. I think it's fantastic.
Thank you. I also just recently bought the River Hobbit package, and they are so adorable.
Are they really?
They got like this whole new customization and like appearance things. A lot more choice.
That's
and just
cool.
Adorable in general.
We love adorable little hobbits. Not the ones that turn into ugly creatures, yeah. Locate and talk to Gloomer in Nudmellic. Bro, I don't even know where the heck I am. Oh, I'm up here. Okay. Get back on your goat, sir. getting out of this hall. I think we go this way. Right? No. We can go this way. See, I love the maps, and I've talked about this with Hangarmar and Ian plenty of times, but like they're not descriptive enough.
Yeah, sometimes you really wish you could just zoom in more.
Yeah, and be like, oh, okay, so there is a ledge to go to over in this area, or this is a better path to take than this. Okay, makes sense, but no, I'm going off of some freaking drawing that it looks like I'm...
It is interesting that some of them got like updated to be more realistic rather than drawn.
Yeah.
Like Trollshaws in particular.
Yeah. Oh, I did find out. Let me pull it up on the Twitter or X or whatever the heck it is. Because I did tweet about it. Bum. That's football. Football. Stream. No, where is it? It was something about this game. Just want to make sure I got my facts from, confirmed before I say anything about it. It was... somebody put up a picture of the Green Lantern movie poster and said, say a good thing about this movie. And I said, it helped create the relationship of Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. It's the only good thing that came from it.
Fair. That was a terrible movie.
Horrible movie. The worst. Starfield, I still need to play more of that. Where is it? I don't know. It said something about Daybreakers, one of the companies that works with this game. They confirmed in some conference or interview or something like that there will not be any large significant updates to the game as we had hoped there would be. Which is disappointing, but, they can only do what they could do, right?
Yeah, it's a free-to-play game, essentially, so...
Yeah. And, honestly, in the current state of things, I think it's one of the top 3 MMORPGs out there. I think it does have some drawbacks, but I think overall, it's a more well-developed game compared to others. I think
it's definitely great for anybody who likes Tolkien.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't just follow the movies. It follows the books, the total lore that Tolkien created. So, oh, this is one of the quests. This way. Oh, I probably have to go all the way down there. I did see a report about Epic Games today and how they had to lay off 6% of their work staff, 16%, I think.
Oh.
Yep, and they just, just because apparently they've been spending so much money and time on future updates for whatever Epic Games is doing and Fortnite. So
I definitely don't usually follow game news super closely, so
yeah, I can tell you, there's been periods of time that I would play Call of Duty and Fortnite and all that kind of stuff because, you know, it's fun to get that multiplayer aspect in first-person shooters, but who's coming after me? Oh, this weak Moria guard is attacking the ally that I have. That's funny.
oh yeah. Normally they would just ignore you because you're so higher than them.
Yeah. What was I saying? Light the brazier. But honestly, I have most of my fun playing MMORPGs, RTS games, and like City Builder, Park Builder, those kind of games. I mean, when Jurassic World Evolution 2 came out, I was a fiend. Like, I bought it upon release, and I just couldn't put it down until I beat it.
Oh.
Yeah.
How long did that take?
I don't know. I actually don't know if I actually fully beat the game. I think I did as much as I felt like I wanted to for a couple months, and then I was like, let's move on.
Sure. Yeah, I usually just obsess or focus on one game at a time. And I don't know, I've been with Lotro for a pretty long time now, so
Yeah.
I really like it.
Sometimes you gotta take breaks. But like,
Yeah.
if it's really good and you're like really enthralled in the game, then it's hard to put it down.
Definitely. I think it is also just like, I feel like I was in more of a rush when I was leveling my first characters to 140, and it feels like I can go slower now.
Yeah, because you have how many characters? It's like 3 or 4.
I have like 3 that I'm actively playing. A couple extra that are probably going to get deleted at some point.
I have this guy. I have a Bjorning that I created a couple months ago. Honestly, I only created him to be the forester for the guild, but I didn't really play him enough. And then I have 2 elven characters that I created a long time ago that I just got to like level 30, I think, and then didn't really play. One more brazier. Oh, I could just talk to this guy and complete this quest, it looks like. Find the Bridge of Khazad-dûm. Alright.
Are you focusing on completing any of the deeds?
No. Honestly, I'm just trying to complete quests so I can get that legendary experience.
The main quests or all quests?
Main quests. Because that's where I'm getting most of my level experience for that. Plus, I found that if you do the the weekly missions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that gets you a ton of legendary item experience, and they're the easiest things to do. I just gotta find more of them.
Yeah, usually it's like Gundabad, that place in the North Downs, and Swanfleet.
Oh, yeah. I found them in... Where was it? It was... Eriador... Cardolan. I unlocked that region. I found it in Karanost. Or Hearn, one of those locations.
Yeah, several of them. Cardolan and Swanfleet like introduced some new ones.
To the Bridge of Khazad-dûm. Oh, I gotta put on... I played the Dumbledore music. I did not put on my lo-fi. Come on, man. Get it together. Shuffle that. There we go. Can't have it be quiet. Wait, this is the fabled Bridge of Khazad-dûm?
Yeah, it got smashed in half.
Interesting. You've discovered the Bridge of Khazad-dûm. I have to get off my goat and summon my ally just to talk to him.
Yep. God, there's so many spiders here.
I hate spiders.
I'm in this one region of Moria, or not Mordor. That's just it's spiders. It's 80% spiders.
Yeah. Kill them all.
Working on it.
What's worth more? That is.
Speak with me. The fate of Khazad-dûm hangs in the balance.
Search an orc from the crack's edge. Okay. Come on. Oh. Korean barbecue, hot pot. My friends are trying to figure out plans for Saturday because we're celebrating our friend's birthday.
Nice.
Tampa. Trying to remember the name of the place that I went to. Boom, 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 boom. Yep, that's it. You found it. This is America. Don't let it trip you up.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dûm. Abide here a moment and speak with me.
Makes me go get some orders from an orc, go back to him, And then he's like, okay, by the way, go back and kill those orcs. Why didn't I just do that to begin with?
Gotta pad out the quest time.
Come on, click the orb right below your feet. There we go. Are you getting any lag in the game? Because I am.
Not currently.
Okay. If you just hopped into the stream, thanks for joining us. Feel free to hop in the chat at any time. Just a casual stream, so we'll talk about anything. Just not politics or religion. Are you a Star Wars fan?
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess you can probably tell that by my Ahsoka profile.
I was taking a wild shot there. I'm only 2 episodes into Ahsoka, so no spoilers.
Okay, I need to catch up on the most recent one, but I don't know. I keep watching it, being like, oh, I feel like this would be so much better in animation. So.
I mean, from what I've heard so far, Dave Filoni is doing the best possible job he can.
Yeah, but I think it's good. I'm just like,
right. I mean,
I just
it's
feel like so much easier.
It's so much harder to get true Ahsoka, who was created in an animated form, and then live action her with the same kind of like. Because I mean, even in the first 2 episodes, I noticed that. The actress that plays Ahsoka, why am I blanking on her name right now? Normally I'm good at this.
Zarya?
Yeah. So you can even tell that in certain scenes as she's playing Ahsoka, she's channeling more of herself in the same type of character that she plays in a lot of other movies and shows than actually Ahsoka. You know, just certain mannerisms and whatnot.
Yeah, also just like the whole alien prosthetics thing. It's just like, it's really hard to make those actually look non-awkward when you're doing like fight scenes with those giant things on.
Right. I mean, the distress. Yeah, the distressed look on that headpiece, you can kind of tell it's like, that's not really her. But if we pointed that out and complained about it, they would just say that, oh, you guys need to chill. Oh, lag spike. There we go. Bro, what is going on? Okay.
Did you watch like Clone Wars and Rebels, or like?
Oh,
just curious.
I watched all of Clone Wars several times. I did not watch Rebels yet. I'm being used to the Clone Wars style of animation. It's hard to make that switch over to the Rebels animation, and then finding out that there was still like 6 different storylines that we were planning to do with the Clone Wars animated show.
The whole switch to Disney buying it kind of screwed them.
Yeah, I think Lucas should have bought it back, just taken it over, especially with the way they did the sequel trilogy.
I mean, Rebels was like produced during the same time as the sequel trilogy.
But
like a lower budget.
If he truly produced, he wouldn't have let that happen. I feel like they just ran it by him, and he's just like, yeah, I guess you can go with that. It's not
the
even.
sequel trilogy?
Yeah, it's not even close to
yeah.
the sequel trilogy that
Apparently
he wanted.
yeah, he gave them an idea, and they basically went nope and made their own thing.
Yeah, they're like, your idea is okay, but how about we repeat the original trilogy, make it modern, have horrible lightsaber battles, and then make our most important character go from a nobody to a random Skywalker just because she says the name.
Yeah, I think there was definitely an issue of bad planning and writing in general.
Oh, absolutely. The issue with it, her name was Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah, and the back and forth from the directors.
Yep. I mean, you can see it kind of spilling into Marvel, too. Marvel's been going through it lately as well.
Oh, I haven't had the heart to watch any like Marvel product in so long because I'm just like, quality-wise, they're kind of
They're pretty bad. I mean, honestly, after Endgame, I think the only good ones decent enough to watch are Spider-Man No Way Home. What else? I mean, Ant-Man sucked. Quantumania sucked. Or no, the Multiverse of Madness, that one sucked too. What else?
It's just so interesting. It's like the multiversal thing became like a buzzword to be used, but only like a couple of movies like Spider-Verse has actually like done it well.
Yeah. Have you ever played any of the Insomniac Spider-Man games?
I have not.
Oh my gosh. They're fantastic. Oh, Thor Love and Thunder, garbage. Wakanda Forever, mediocre at best. Yeah, so the only two that were good were Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and No Way Home. Those are like the only good Marvel movies that came out. Oh, gives
like
me
that entire part phase. That's what I call it.
Yep. Even the shows, the only good shows, in my opinion, the only good shows are Loki and I think that's it. Marvel shows. Let's see.
Felt more like quantity over quality.
Right.
Seems like most of Disney stuff at the moment.
Yeah, they're like, we're gonna get into this streaming life, so we're gonna pump out all this stuff, and I'm just like, don't do it. Falcon and Winter Soldier was iffy. WandaVision, crap. What If, that animated show, actually was decent. I enjoyed that. It was Moon Knight and Loki were my top two.
Right.
And then Hawkeye was it was all right. She-Hulk, I hope they don't make a second because that was crap. I mean, their only saving grace was putting Mark Ruffalo in there.
Also seems to be a running theme of inserting popular characters.
Well, now I've heard rumors that Marvel is trying to reach out to Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans to come back to be the saving grace. I'm like, that would negate any of the good stuff that they did in Infinity War and Endgame, which no, please don't do it. Hey buddy, thanks for hopping in the chat. We're just we're talking about a slew of topics here. Most recently, we were talking about Marvel. We talked about some Star Wars. Are you quoting What's the play? He said popular. They're gonna be popular.
Wicked?
Yes. Yep. Working on only 5 hours of sleep, so I need to stay awake. Okay, well, we'll keep talking to keep you awake, buddy. Let me just get on my goat. Yeah, I know it's a musical. I remember you went to New York to go see it. Weren't they going to make a movie about that? Or are they making a movie about that? Thought that was a thing. And this may be a huge hot take. I still haven't seen Andor.
No.
Yeah.
Oh god, that was so good.
Yeah, I need to see that.
It is like surprisingly good. I was absolutely shocked that they managed to pull off something of that quality.
Well, I think they like took the same like thought process as Rogue One, and they're like, let's just ride this out, because Rogue One was, in my opinion, one of the
surprisingly
best.
Good.
Yeah, it was one of the best Star Wars movies to date.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it should be like. It was like to the point that I was shocked that Disney made this movie critiquing like fascism and empires.
Yeah.
And like the removal of free will and stuff.
Yep. I'm gonna have to watch it for sure. It's just on my list. Because right now, I do this every year. I pick a show or like a franchise to focus on, and I just kind of like drill it into the ground to the point where it would annoy everybody else. But right now I'm watching the Arrowverse, the CW Arrowverse shows.
Oh, didn't that just end or something?
So the Flash just finished up earlier this year, I believe.
That's yeah. What, 10 seasons or something?
Yeah, I believe so. Jeez. I heard this most recent season was crap.
A lot of those long-running shows start to take like a steep nosedive.
Yeah, which is just unsettling, because they focus their energies on other stuff, and they're just like, let's just close this out.
Churn this out.
I mean, they did the same crap with Game of Thrones. Just kind of like rush that and close the book on it as fast as possible. Ariana Grande is playing Glinda the Good Witch in the Wicked movie. Oh, it's a two-parter. That's weird. Well, no offense to them, but that's not that's not a movie I'm going to see in theaters. No, last movie I saw in theaters was the newer Transformers movie that came out. I could not have been more disappointed in the dog crap of a movie that was.
Oh.
Yeah, it was bad.
So, not good.
Yeah. Like, I would put it in the same...
Was it the animal one?
No, I heard the animated ones are going to be way better than the actual...
No, animal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trying to vaguely remember what trailers I saw for it.
Yeah, with the I forget what name they were. It's like the gorilla robot and all them. Find the second source. I did find the second source. Am I supposed to? Yeah, I'm supposed to click on it. Why am I finding sources of stink?
Oh, that quest.
They said that they couldn't do the entire series justice if they just did it in one movie. The series for Wicked? I thought it was just like...
It is a book series. It was a book, like, I think at least 2 books, and then they made it into a much more popular play.
Interesting. How many books was it?
I know it's at least 2.
Okay.
The second one is called Son of a Witch. And I never finished it.
That's funny.
It was kind of boring for somebody who wanted something like the musical.
Right. Well, since I started off this thing talking about Harry Potter and stuff, what are your thoughts on HBO helming the remake of Harry Potter?
I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, unless, like, what, 10 years or so since it ended?
Yep.
And they're not going to be able to do any of it better.
Nope. I think their goal is to try to find a bunch of nobody actors, like brand new young actors. And they're going to because they're making it a TV series. So...
Which I suppose if you had to redo it, making it a series is the best way to go, because you don't want to have just, like, copies of the movies. But it's just, like, in general, not a good idea.
No, it's not. It's just when Hollywood runs out of ideas, they're just like, okay, so what was our cash cow a decade ago? Oh, it was this. Let's just redo it. Upsetting.
Yep.
I mean, some people are arguing that it's a great idea, only in the fact that having it more of a show versus just the movies opens the door for them to put more of the books onto, like, live action. Because the movies didn't have...
That doesn't really come into play until, like, the fourth book, because the first 3 books were pretty skinny. It wasn't until, like, the 4th book and on that they started getting really fucking fat.
Right?
So it's like, there's not much else they could add for those initial movies other than, like, boring, or, like, relatively boring day-to-day school stuff, or do they start making stuff up, which will also enrage fans.
Of course. They'd be doing the same thing that... they kind of did with the Hobbit movies when they just pulled out of the...
Oh, God, no.
the archives.
Studio interference
Right.
ruined that.
My brother said, yes, Wicked is a book series, 4 books in total. The second is Adopted Son of Elphaba, the Wicked Witch of the West. He said someone adapted the musical from the book. They're trying to find another hit that would be even bigger than Game of Thrones. Let's do Bleak Livermore. I don't know what that is. Is that a book series? Fall of the House of Usher on Netflix looks really good. Yeah, it could be. I don't know if that's my cup of tea, though. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find is a good series. I mean, excuse my French, they shat the bed with the final movie in that trilogy.
Yeah. Or,
like,
in general.
I saw the first 2, and then earlier this year I finally took it upon myself to sit down and watch the final movie. I was like, all right, this is going to be good. And then it ended up being what? A political movie?
Those are some really great annotations about queer characters.
Yeah.
Apparently that was one of the ones that Rowling wrote herself.
Who?
Rowling?
Yeah, oh yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest, I didn't understand half the crap that was going on in that final movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
very convoluted.
I respected what they were trying to do between Dumbledore and Grindelwald. But of course, all that drama with Johnny Depp, removing him from the role, replacing him, confused us a bit.
Yes.
And then, I don't know, they touched on the subject of them, but they didn't explain enough. Oh, and then Ezra
Also just feels
Miller.
oh, of course. It also feels like if you're going to have a series titled Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, maybe actually focus on the fantastical beasts.
Right? If it was going to be about that time period and you were going to well, you got to spell his name right. Jeez. He said, "Hey, let's not crap on Dumbledore's day of passing." If you're gonna make movies or a trilogy on that time period, then call it something else, not Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I mean, the first movie was great. We all loved that. I absolutely loved the Muggle that got brought into the fold and the relationships built there and stuff like it was such a great, well-rounded movie. And then the second one came out, and I was like, eh. And then the third one came out, and I was just like, man, I'm glad this is over. Just gonna sit back while he destroys these guys. Go ahead, fight. My guy is so powerful, I don't even need to use any of his abilities. Just let him do passive attacks.
Nice. Even a place that's like 50 levels lower.
It would help if you dictated my comments correctly. What are you talking about, bud? And yeah, no. Are we gonna skate by the Ezra Miller involvement? Yeah. Ezra Miller as a person, oof, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah. Especially as someone who's from Hawaii, I'm just like, no, thank you. Please fuck off.
Yeah. Oh, it's tough. I mean, especially with his involvement in The Flash. I mean, to this day, and people may disagree with me, Grant Gustin has been the best version of The Flash that I've ever seen in all of history. And then the Flash movie came out. I didn't see it. I mean, it's on streaming. I could go watch it now if I wanted to, but I don't because who runs like that?
And of course, gotta mention the multiverse because people seem to love that.
Yeah.
And resurrecting dead actors.
Yeah. And then having Nicolas Cage come in and shoot like a scene just because he had an interview and almost played Superman way back when, as your saving grace for the movie now. Nope.
It feels so like cheap or shallow.
What's funny is that before the movie officially came out, you had people like Tom Cruise just raving about The Flash, saying that it's a movie that will save cinema. It's going to be the best superhero movie ever, like all these things. And then the movie came out and everybody's just like, what movie did you see? Because this was garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk to Gloomer. Gloomer.
If we are to find Mithril in Khazad-dûm, we will first have to deal with the orcs.
Deal with the orcs. Which do you both think is more tired cliche? The same time travel or the multiverse inclusion? I don't know.
For the Flash in particular, time travel, because it feels like every single story ends up doing that.
Yeah, because I mean, if he messes up or somebody messes up, he could just travel back in time and be like, "Hey, don't do that," and then the whole timeline changes. I don't know, and that's why I love the CW Flash show, because I mean, he has every opportunity to time travel in that show, and whenever he does, there are huge implications. I mean, they spent an entire season about Flashpoint and how they're like, hey, you did this, you caused this is your fault for time traveling.
Mm-hmm.
It was
I feel like
fantastic.
every iteration of the Flash story just always becomes Flashpoint, and I'm kind of just like tired of seeing that.
Oh, of course. Well, right now I'm watching, I think it was season 5. It's either 4 or 5. It's when they introduced the Thinker, which is such a great supervillain in the Flash saga because he's not fast. He's just really smart. So I think that that's one of the best villains that they've ever done for him. But I don't know what's worse, the multiverse thing or the time travel. 'Cause you had Marvel did the time travel thing in Endgame. And then right after
It hasn't
that,
like really come up after that.
yeah. No, but now they're focusing on the multiverse,
Supposedly.
which is their forced reasoning to bring in the Fox universe, to bring in other, like the Netflix properties.
Mm-hmm.
They're just like, let's just use the multiverse to kind of like bring this all together since we paid billions of dollars to finally make this a real thing. I don't know. I love riding right past these guys and not having to fight them.
Yeah, sometimes it's nice to go back to places. And just not have to deal with the hordes and hordes.
What do you say? But in the CW, he is always the cause of all his problems. My brother agrees with you. He said, yeah, and the CW Flash is always crying. Well, I mean, if you watch your mother, your father, a bunch of your friends, other superheroes, everybody just die in front of you and you could save their life, but you can't because of the implications, I'd cry too. That's tough. It's tough. I don't know. I mean, since we're talking about time travel and multiverse, all the stuff going on with Jonathan Majors and how they were bringing him in as the next big bad, and then all his legal stuff going on, and it's kind of like screwing Marvel into a really bad scenario. I mean, there's been talks of recasting him.
Wow.
I'm like, you do that, you kill your big bad. You're a Thanos 2.0. Like, that's what you do. I don't know. Let's be honest.
That's when he plays Prime, right?
Yeah, but I mean, let's be honest here. Like, all these people that are making these decisions are just sitting in their ivory towers with their huge bags of gold coins, just kind of like watching over the world. Yeah, exactly. Swimming in their bathtubs of money. Watch me get canceled because I'm saying all this stuff. Cancel me, I dare you. I have an opinion. What else, Mitchell? What else is on your mind to discuss? I'm trying to keep him awake so he doesn't fall asleep at work. And yes, I condone you watching these streams while you're at work. I don't care if your boss is against it. Turn your YouTube on your phone and watch the streams. I'll write you a slip so you can be excused from work if you have to.
Sure, that'll definitely work.
Yeah, right? Please excuse Billy Bob. He needs to watch some random guy's YouTube channel, as it is super important on this day at this time. I just lost my phone for 5 minutes because I set it down in some onions at Publix and walked away. Bro, get it together. Where's Bori? Is he back at the... He is. I bet you I gotta go back there, don't I? Yep. All right, so then we're gonna use milestone. ChatGPT is becoming a physical object like an iPhone. Yes. I'll be honest, ChatGPT is saving my life. I use that stuff every day.
For what?
So I own a marketing agency, and it requires me to pump out a lot of material for my clients, and ChatGPT kind of helps me hone in on specific verbiage that I'm going to need. And now ChatGPT just came out with an update that allows it to surf the web automatically and not just make up facts, you know. Netflix has officially sent its last DVD today and has officially ended their home DVD service. Wow. Do we need to do a moment of silence for that?
I feel like that was so important to Netflix for such a long time. You know, it's just like obsolete.
I remember back in the day, it ages me whenever I talk like this. Back in the day, I used to do that DVD service for Netflix, and I remember it got so bad to a point that I was like, screw Netflix. I never want to be a part of this company ever again. Like, I don't want to. And then I think it was maybe a year after I canceled my service completely that they decided to switch to the streaming stuff. And I was like, oh, interesting. Maybe I'll hop on this train.
Too many riches lie within these coffers. Mazog is well paid for an orc.
And now streaming is becoming more and more ad-filled.
Oh, I just got the update today that Disney is going to be hopping on the same train as Netflix, and they're going to be limiting use in different households starting November 1st. So my family's already lost all access to Netflix, and now my family will lose access to Disney in November.
I know Amazon is going to start putting ads in all their videos.
Yeah. Unless you pay what, $1.99 or $2.99 a month extra?
Some premium fee.
Right? I thought I was paying that premium fee for you to deliver my packages in 2 days.
I will take up Sigurd and drive Mazog from Moria.
Ooh. Do we have an instance here, Mazog? Alright, it's a solo one. Let's do this.
Pride oft heralds woe, it is said. With the power of the Mithril axe Ziggled at hand, will pride overthrow the dwarves who seek to reclaim Moria? Or will it fuel the fire that burns within them to drive forth Mazog from Zabad-Gothel at last?
I love when they say the names. Mazog and Zabad-Gothel and...
Oh, okay. Mazog is going to become important.
Yeah, because isn't it related to Azog?
I just know they're going to have to be dealing with it a lot in Mirkwood.
Okay. Onwards, my friend. Zigglberg will bring us victory. You know, just a Gondorian man fighting along 3 dwarfs. Nothing to see here, folks. What did he say? I remember Blockbuster had a streaming service that tried to compete with Netflix. Oh, they did. And Netflix shut them down. Yeah, it was for the shortest amount of time.
Yikes. When did Blockbuster go out of business?
Oh, it had to be like over a decade ago, at least. I'm just going to spam 7 on my keyboard so that I can just do mass kill on these. Sweeping cut. Sweeping cut! Somebody's eating chips behind me. I heard it. Oh, love it. I'm too powerful for these orcs.
Shocking.
Right? Come on, orcs. I dare you. Come on. What? You survived? You weren't in the area of damage then. What is it? AoE? Area of effect? Blockbuster closed all its stores in 2011. Filed for bankruptcy in 2010. Yep. So over a decade.
Wow.
Oh, 2014. Close to a decade. All right. Bang on the door, Andalaith, and tell Mazog we have come for him. I gotta add some like voice changers on my mic so that I can like, I don't know, sound different. You can do sound like different celebrities and stuff like that. Knock reverberates. Okay. He must not be there. Mazok, come out and face me. Yeah, you coward. Oh. Here he comes. Bum 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 bum. Mazog, you're so dark I can't see you. Okay. You're ugly, bro. I'm gonna back up. With the Mithril axe, Zigglberg, I am more than your match. Gotcha. Nope. Come on. Give us something harder. I feel like Bori's gonna die. Oh, who's this? Gorathul? Who is Gorathul?
I cannot remember names, so.
He looks like some like dark elf guy. He also
Probably
looks
a Dolgadar sorcerer.
possible. Perhaps not a be, but it will hold long enough. A release. Oh. This way, maggot. You get to leave all by yourself.
running away in fear.
So I gotta leave the dwarfs behind?
Yep.
Doesn't want to see you here again. Okay.
Start setting up this whole arc, I guess, that goes up through Mirkwood.
Interesting. Yeah, I was dazed and confused. Now I'm just running away like a sad man. Come on. I could take all these orcs.
It's a story mode.
Yeah, I know. Oh, now it's not letting me even leave. Or am I supposed to go another way? Oh, I'm not. I'm
supposed to go up.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to go that way. I'm supposed to go this way. Where is Bori?
I'm sure Khazad-dûm can be restored. The orcs have surely ruined it.
Okay. So we did that. I like when Gandalf gives you updates on the story. Like the little animated thing after you complete a book or something.
Letting you know where you are in the plot.
Talk to Broger. I'm in chapter 3, Mazog. Yeah, like a reverse Leroy Jenkins. Yep. Jenkins, Leroy. There's Broger. He's over here.
Moria has brought us nothing but sorrow. We were fools to come here. I have sent word of Bori's capture to my cousin, but he will want to speak with you.
Bosie's Chamber of the Crossroads. Wait a minute.
Maybe jump down the well.
Probably he's gonna make me jump down the well. Hold on to fix my AI. There we go. All right, let's go to the 21st hall. Like a little text in the group chat. Hey guys, we're going to Minas Tirith. So like, that's where we are. Gandalf in the group chat. That's funny. You know, I have been feeling lately that I need to rewatch Lord of the Rings again. I think I might do that in the near future.
Always good.
I know. But you can't watch it too soon. If you're going to watch all of them, you can't watch them over and over and over and over again, like back to back, because then you're just going to kill it. Unless you're like our guild leader who can literally watch only Lord of the Rings and function.
I mean, I do Lord of the Rings marathons where I watch all 3 movies in extended cut in a row.
Yeah. I think I can maybe do it twice a year. Max.
Fair.
Talk to Broger and defend the deep way. Okay. Oh, so I have to go back to Broger?
It's going to be one of those instances. Skirmishes.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, there's like 2 of them you have to do, I think. Yeah, defensive skirmish.
How do I get back to Broger? Casual Middle-earth Sunday, Sorrow and Saruman. Yes, I can only watch the extended editions of the movies. It's unnatural for me to watch the regular versions of the movies now.
Just quitters talk. Trying to cheap out on over 12 hours of content.
Yeah. Wait, are you agreeing with me that the...
Oh yeah, people who
Okay.
don't watch the extended cut.
Well,
Sorry, that was
that's
confusing.
that's the same people that couldn't sit through Endgame because it was way too long, or they couldn't watch was it Oppenheimer that just came out because they said it was 3 hours long. I said, well, there's a difference because you got action that's happening all the time for 3 hours, and then you got nothing but just dialogue for 3 hours. Yeah, I'd be bored for that 3 hours, you know? There's always something going on in Lord of the Rings.
Yes, and even that is like, it's really just like crazy that it's so long, and so they cut so much stuff out.
Right?
Yeah, I think movies can be good, like even though they're long as like the story is being told well and it's a good story.
Yeah, exactly. Bro, the rotting cellar? Oh, I gotta go down to that bottom area. Okay.
Jump in the well.
Yeah, but then I die and...
Yeah, you die, and it's a fast way to the flooded deeps.
What do you think, chat? You think I should jump? You think my time is done? I should just do it?
It's a wonderful experience.
All right, let's do it. And I'm dead. It's a wonderful experience to die in this game.
I mean, it's not really dying. You're just losing morale and have to temporarily retreat.
Because of both your devotions to the series, I'm going to listen to a YouTuber's explanation of the entire series in 20-minute vid. Yep. I'm definitely going the wrong way. Yes, I am. Oh, I should have... Damn it.
Oh, yeah, that's the area with spiders. They're like glass spiders. It's really interesting.
Are you talking about what I'm working on or what you're working on in...
Yeah, there's glass spiders there.
That's great. Can't believe I've been doing this for an hour and a half almost. It's crazy. It's crazy talk.
Time flies when you're lost in Moria.
Yeah. Right? Alright, the rotting cellar. Should I? No. Because I don't think I'm going to have to come back here much. What's in my inventory? Bunch of crap? Yes, it is. Oh, that's right. I went up a level. I'm at level 6 on my legendary item stuff. That's cool.
Congrats.
Is my light bulb changing colors behind me? I could have sworn it was blue earlier and now it's back to its like pinkish purple. That's so weird. You can play Elden Ring for 3 hours. Still haven't played that game. Unfortunately, that kind of game requires way too much time. I'd have to quit all of my jobs and make $0 and 0 cents. Oh, here we go. This topic came up on Twitter the other day. And let's see. I think a bunch of people liked my response. Would you stream full time for $20 an hour?
Would you respond?
I said, wait, hold on. Oh, Hangamari's here. What's up, buddy? So, we can't hear you. I don't know how long you've been here or if you've been saying anything at all, but your mic is not working. So I apologize. I responded with saying I would do that for $32 an hour. That's after taxes. But even in today's economy, with no benefits and you're just self-employed streamer, that's still not enough to do anything.
Of course not.
So no. Complete skirmish battle of the Deep Way. Can you hear Hangamar at all?
No.
Okay. I literally just checked on Discord and I saw he was in here. I don't know how long he's been here, and I apologize if you've been here for a while, buddy. I just can't hear him at all. All right, let's do this. Skirmish battle of the Deep Way. Am I supposed to talk to Broker again? Quest involves a skirmish that can be completed solo. You should visit one of the skirmish camps. I just can't do it now? What the?
Can start it from where you are.
Is that from like the instance thing?
Yeah.
Okay, non-scaling instance?
It's like at the bottom.
Oh, there it
The
is.
skirmish?
Skirmishes.
I think it's like the first of the skirmishes.
Battle of Deep Way. Doing this solo. Level 106.
The only real hard part is having to run back and forth from all the many tunnels.
Bori's failed raid upon
Ooh.
Zargoth has
You aware
brought
of that?
all of the orcs down upon the dwarves. The encampment at the Deep Way faces a terrible onslaught from Marzok's horde. Are the Longbeards strong enough to face the challenge?
Discord won't let you listen on YouTube.
How about now?
Yes. What's up,
Hello.
buddy? How how long have you been in Discord?
Oh, now my audio's broken.
This needs doing.
I think I'll do this one. Banner of the Valiant Heart. Why not? Follow the Dwarf Archer. Evening. Enemies moving on the south barricade. Okay. Oh, I gotta go the other way then.
Yeah, a lot of running around.
Spoiler, they've been asking people if they want to allow their lives to be fully viewable 24 hours a day. Oh, like the Truman Show? Ooh.
Turns out my Yeti speaker was not plugged in all the way.
Oh, really? Man, don't you hate that? Yeah, how long have you been in the Discord? Where are they pushing? Where are they pushing? They coming here? Oh, a lieutenant has joined the battle. This is kind of easy for a skirmish. Oh, the circle is a book about that. Oh, okay. Come here, orcs. Nice. Forgot what that did. Moving on the central camp. Gotta make it back. I'm in the middle of a skirmish. Reading your comments right now is difficult.
Makes sense.
You need any assistance? All right, I'm back. I'm actually able to talk. I've been talking this entire stream, and you haven't heard a god. I made so many comments.
And were you like, why aren't they responding to me when I'm talking?
Yes, I am, but to be honest, Ms. Brawlaver actually made a lot of the points that I was going to make.
Okay.
Oh.
So I didn't feel like I wasn't being listened to.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. In true streaming fashion, I actually streamed one time for like 3 straight hours, not realizing that my mic wasn't set up, so like all you heard was the game. You didn't hear me talk at all for like 3 hours.
I did the exact same thing. So I play a game called Star Citizen, and I did a lot of streaming for that. And I made like videos, and I went through an entire OBS stream trying to collect my audio from that. And turns out it was capturing the wrong microphone for my system.
No way.
Oh, it sucked so bad. I feel it, man.
Come on.
The main thing that I was saying is that Jess and I have been playing Lord of the Rings online, but we've also been watching like Lord of the Rings, like the movies at the same time because she's never seen them, and we're following along right along with. So the first time we watched it, we actually stopped at Moria, and we're waiting until we get to Mines of Moria to finish watching the rest of that movie.
That is dedication. I commend you, sir, for doing that, because I mean, there's a big difference between pausing a TV show and pausing a movie.
Yeah, as I was saying, the marathoning the extended editions is completely out of my field because I cannot pay attention to like 20 plus hours worth of film. That is beyond my capacity.
It's just like
20 hours, it's like 13.
I mean, even if you break it up and watch like one of them a night and do like a three-day kind of thing, I can't picture watching Return of the King without seeing the mouth of Sauron. You know?
Oh, they did a really good dub over Mouth of Sauron that made him seem like he was more of a Midwesterner.
Oh, really? Are they attacking the central camp? Enemies are moving against the central camp. Okay. From which direction?
It's a cone in front of you.
Oh, there they are. Come here. No, I'm gonna kill this lieutenant.
If you get the opportunity, I did put the Mouth of Sauron with normal voices into the general chat.
Yeah,
It's truly something else.
I appreciate it as well for the memes that you've been putting up on the Discord, Because I know when Ian finally gets back and sees all those, he's going to be very, very happy.
I certainly hope so. Keep an eye on them, but a lot of them I have to be really careful about because of the kind of vibe we're trying to push forward here, or at least the vibe he's trying to push forward. And a lot of the Lord of the Rings memes that I see are very orgophobic, as in they ring back to some current events going on that some people may or may not agree with.
Oh, yeah? I'm streaming.
So I'm kind of
Go lay down, Zoe.
shying away from posting those.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's going to have their own opinions and stuff like that. As long as we don't get any of that, like, extremely negative or extremely one-sided kind of thought process, I think we're okay. What are on all the other topics we talked about tonight? Fill us in on your thoughts on those, because we talked about a lot. We talked about you heard about the news about Dumbledore, right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, but Sir Ian McKellen?
No, Michael Gambon that stepped in and played Dumbledore from movie 3 on. He passed away today at 82.
Oh, I did not hear about that, actually. That's horrible.
Yeah. So, like, I was on TikTok earlier, and I saw that somebody actually went to the filming location for the later movies down in the open lake area of Hogwarts with that random island that sits in the middle of it. And they had the Elder Wand, and they just kind of held it up into the sky. And I was like, wow, that is truly fitting.
We've actually seen quite a lot of influential people that passed away recently. Did you know that the lead singer of Smash Mouth, when Shrek was an important thing, passed away within the last 2 weeks?
No way.
Yeah.
Did he really? I'm surprised I didn't see that. Wow. Oops, Central Camp. I also saw that, I don't know if it was today or earlier this week, but I don't know if anybody watched or is watching NCIS, but the lead forensic scientist on that show, the actor that played him, he passed away.
The sunglasses guy?
The Scottish actor. Oh, no, that was CSI or NCIS or CSI Miami, I think that's what that was.
I see.
Yeah. Come on. There we go.
Also, within the last couple of weeks, Jimmy Buffett passed away.
I did. I saw that. I saw that last week. That's tough.
And he's up in the great Margaritaville in the sky.
Yep. Let's do a cheers to our boy Jimmy Buffett.
I'll have a margarita to that.
How many freaking assaults are in this?
A lot.
8, if I recall. If you go with the optional ones too.
Okay. Well, I'm only on the 4th assault,
How
so.
do you remember this stuff?
I actually happened to do this recently.
Ah, makes sense.
I went and redid Siege of Moria with my brawler.
Oh, nice.
Fun.
It's absolutely it's a story worth telling. I'm
Yeah.
moving onwards as it leads you into like Gondor and the rest, and whatever you do when you get into a certain like special elf place, don't leave. Otherwise, it breaks the entire thing. I made that mistake 3 times in a row.
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, I already have.
It's a long storyline. Like, you can't say that I can't go anywhere while this is happening.
Yeah, no, exactly. I already have the quest to traverse to the other side of the bridge at Khazad-dûm, so I'm guessing that's going to lead to, like, exiting Moria. But I'm just trying to tackle...
They are Lothlorien.
Yeah, I'm going to tackle this book before I go to Lothlorien.
Lothlorien is fun to explore.
Is that the epilogue thing?
No, it's way before that.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, gotcha. Once you reach the epilogue, then you're going to need some assistance.
I still haven't finished the epilogue. That's been bugging me for a while.
Well, we can do it together if it comes down to it.
Yeah?
I think I still need to, like, find, like, 3 of the people to get the epilogue from. I'm gonna go back to Mirkwood at some point, but I wanna... I'll do it at some point. It's one of the things I've been putting off for a while.
Is it on your to-do list, on your calendar?
Yep.
Nice.
I'm sure we can handle it, the group of us.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think Ian needs to do it too, because last time I checked, he had only done the story up to
I've done
Angmar,
9
I
out of
think.
12.
Oh, 9 out of 12.
Yeah, we'll be ready.
Nice.
As a welcome back presents, we'll make an attempt to do that together.
Ooh, what the heck is this?
I did try to do it solo, and I got my ass kicked.
That was some type of troll. I don't know what the heck that was. And this is a cool looking warg.
Where are you now?
I'm just doing that skirmish. Rumbling from beyond the North Barricade heralds a breach in the cavern wall. You've defended against the 4th assault. Should return to
Just to keep in mind, if it's in blue, it's optional.
Okay. My brother said that this was a very death-centric stream. Well, we had a lot of people leave us recently.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes. That. I misinterpreted.
Where are they at? They're there. Come on, little orcs.
And you're streaming on YouTube and Instagram?
Just YouTube today. I'm using my phone to keep track of the stream. Lieutenant joined. So right now I like to, because I'm recording this in, like, doing the stream, and then I'm also recording this in a vertical format so that I can kind of go into Premiere Pro and cut out little segments for TikToks and stuff. Like you remember the one time when Ian jumped off the cliff? Ooh, I'm gonna die. Jesus. I almost died.
We all jumped off?
Yeah. When he jumped,
and my son jumped off?
When he jumped off and he was just like, don't do what I did. I turned that into a TikTok because it was just too funny not to.
Oh, I was so close to jumping in after him. Like, you watched me jump into the air and backpedal in midair.
With sacrifice comes hope. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, I'm not trying to sacrifice myself here. I just wasn't paying attention properly. Okay. Push back the final assault. Oh, so there is only 4. Come here, come here. I guarantee you this this stream's gonna get flagged though for the 2-minute song that I did for Dumbledore at the beginning of it. But I don't really care. We'll see what they do. Gookmool.
It depends greatly on who you go and talk to about it. So, in a couple of the streams that I've done, I featured songs written by a group called The Midnight. I had to go and get prior authorization from them before I could actually do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but they were really cool about it. Like, first time it happened, they gave me an email like, hey, let us know next time you're going to go and feature one of our things. So let them know, and they're like, hey, it's cool. The Nationals is the same way.
Okay. I'll have to remember that. There we go. Nice.
If you're going to use someone's intellectual property, like I've gone and hired a number of voice actors in my time too. Just letting them know that you're going to be using this on this thing, they're usually okay with it. Hell, even Foo Fighters is okay with me using their stuff.
Really? You've confirmed that with them?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I got an email back from Dave Grohl. It was really cool.
We have fled this day, but the deep way stands still.
Talk to Stothkel and defend the way of the Smiths. Okay, where the heck is this guy? He's in the way of the Smiths. Which way is the way of the Smiths? Oh, it's the Silvertine Loads. Alright, which way is the way out? This way. Completely different topic. Has anybody had the pimento cheese chicken sandwich at Chick-fil-A?
I don't eat meat.
So that's a no.
That's a no.
Well, I had it recently and I found it to be extremely delicious, but that's just my silly self eating those kind of things. I need to go to this stable master.
Do you have a fast travel?
I do, but I don't have it to where I need to go.
Yikes.
Yep. That's okay though.
There is a way to filter those out. So what I do, and what I recommend doing, is filtering out the fast travel stable masters. That way you can see the actual stable masters and where they really are. Because oftentimes they'll be close by, but not within eyesight.
How do you do that?
Open up your map, go up to the top where you see filters, and deselect the fast or the far-ranging stables. And really anything you don't want to see.
Or select stuff you do want to see.
So I want to deselect far-ranging stables?
Yeah, they're not super helpful to you.
Oh, okay.
They only bring you to certain areas where you can do skirmishes and other types of war type things.
Okay. I know what you're talking about. There he is.
It's a great mechanic for leveling when you get it up like way higher in level, like going from the 131 to 140. One of the things that I do recommend is going for the continuing adventures over in Rivendell, because that'll bring you up really fast. And it also give you these things called tokens of continuing adventure, and you can use those to get either pets or some level 140 type gear.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Alright, we're just riding up to the deep descent right now. I wonder if my...
The delay in your stream is making me listen to my own voice.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's like a 5 to 10 second delay. Which, I mean, it does that so that the videos can upload properly. Or else it would be kind of really, you know, shitty quality.
Speaking of, have you actually gone and ventured into the Ettenmoors yet?
I have not.
That is the PvPvE.
Really?
Yep. If you meet the right kind of people, and if people are willing to participate, you can go and meet people in player versus environment settings. Have you ever tried Monster Play before?
I think I tried it like a long time ago for a second, but I didn't really do much with it.
Back when the only available class was Reaver?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great. Honestly, War Leader's where it's at.
I'm gonna have to try that again sometime. The Entmoors.
No, it used to be tons of fun if you got into the right group. It was just fantastic because, like, the creeps and the freeps, they had a certain kind of thing where they'd meet in a certain area. They still do. Because it gives us a really good fight. And even at your level, or even at a lower level, it boosts your level to that area. You just don't get the extra abilities. So you get to participate.
Interesting. How do you get to the Entmoors?
Go to a stable master over in any of the main areas. Rivendell will bring you there.
Okay.
It's
I'm
like
looking.
there's like quests attached to bringing you there.
Yeah, you do get quests attached to it too. And you get scaled stuff to you.
That's pretty cool. Now, I'm looking at the map and I see these red, looks like Sauron eyes on different locations. What does that mean?
What level are you at again?
106.
Oh, so you're supposed to be in around Mordor.
Yeah.
Those are incursions of things against the light of Elendil. I recall. Those red things that you see there, they're warbands. You can go and take them out. You'll get, as you get close to them, within about 100 meters or so, you'll get a mission for them.
Okay. I'll have to check that out. Let's see, because I'm doing Drums of the Deep right now. It's going to have me do the Battle of the Way of the Smith skirmish, and then I have to do the Battle of the 21st Hall skirmish, and then I'll move on to Book 6.
Book 6 is going to start throwing you into Gondorian regions. It's going to start focusing a whole lot on your war mount, which actually gives you an excellent opportunity to go and level up
Isn't
your
it
war
go
mount.
to Lothlorien, then Mirkwood, then Dunland, then Rohan?
I think you're right.
Yeah, because that's a different volume.
I think if I recall, he actually skipped over Dunland.
No, Dunland after Mirkwood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I went to the area, but I didn't do any of the like main quest lines. So Book 6 will be Shadowy Abyss.
Okay, yep, she's definitely right. That'll take you into Dunland. You'll get to meet the ancestors of the Dunedain.
Nice. My ancestors.
There's a lot of man lore there.
And they give you your clothes. They give you their clothes.
Oh yeah.
You get an outfit that looks like theirs.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I could rock that.
Those are really sweet. 'Cause, like, you go around to them one by one and they tell you stuff, and then they give you an item of the clothing. And then you get to watch them slowly die as the journey continues.
Oh, really?
Spoilers.
It's like, it's in the book. And also, it's a war.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, men are considered to be extremely expendable, but we also repopulated at an exponential rate.
Short little lives.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't really touch on, in the movies at least, they didn't really touch on Dunland and the history of Dunland.
No.
Certainly in the books, and the problem is that they don't touch on it a whole lot because the lives of men are fairly short.
Yep, men are boring. We like dwarves and elves.
I don't think men are boring at all. I think men are probably the most fascinating race because even in their shortened lives, they happen to go and make the most advancements in Middle-earth.
I was totally kidding.
Do they?
Hey, they're the ones left standing in the Fourth Age.
Yep, because everybody leaves, right?
Just like considering what the elves were doing in the First Age. In the
Oh,
Second
considering
Age.
all the kinslayings in the Silmarillion, yeah, sure.
Okay, yes, there were highs and lows.
I mean, so elves were in the First Age. Men, when did men
I mean, the
start?
elves were before the First Age.
Yeah.
Elves were in the Zero Age.
The years of the lamps and the years of the trees. They were the years of the trees.
The heart of fire
And then the First Age.
fear Moria will again be lost to us.
Yeah, one thing that elves are really good at is killing each other.
It only happened 3 times.
Let's see a show
you see
about
them-
that.
With the revelation of Ziegelberg,
They can't. They don't have They don't have the rights to it, which they wish they did, because that's like infinitely more interesting than any story they try to come up with.
Honestly, yeah, if Lord of the Rings Online got access to like the Silmarillion and the greater works of Tolkien, the story would be on point.
Oh my gosh, that would be insane.
That would be so difficult to cover.
And you would hate elves as much as I do. I don't actually hate elves. They have a really complicated history, and in which they don't even trust each other of their own kin.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's mainly the fault of one particular group of elves. But yeah.
Oh, he wasn't good.
Hmm?
I'm trying to remember the name of the elves. The guy that went and encroached upon the territory of the. Wow, it really has been a long time since I've actually read the story of that. Yeah, the guy that coveted the Silmarils and all of his family went and decided to become super like corrupt.
He made the
Yeah.
Silmarils.
But he still became like really covetous over
He
it.
also died like 5 seconds later. It's like he makes all the bad decisions and then dies before he has to deal with most of the consequences.
And like the Sons of Fëanor become like the bad guys.
Yeah.
Wow.
But if
It
you really
was
want to,
on, though.
I will give you the worst description of what the entire story of Middle-earth is. So Morgoth has daddy issues. Sauron is a stint for Morgoth, and
Yeah.
Sauron makes things bad for everybody.
Yeah.
That's crazy, because like I don't know enough on the
So, like,
lore of Lord of the Rings.
Sauron, used to be basically a lieutenant of this much more evil and powerful guy named Morgoth or Melkor.
Mhm.
The Valar basically decided they finally had enough of him at the end of the first stage, but then decided to leave Sauron behind to make him everyone else's problem. And that's why we get Lord of the Rings.
That's so
So
interesting.
Morgoth / Melkor was the first son of God in their universe, who went and shaped all of the extremes as far as the world's concerned. Sauron went and was a big simp for Morgoth.
His name was Myron then.
And then Sauron and Morgoth worked together to go and corrupt a whole bunch of Maiar.
Is it Maiar or Maiar?
I really honestly don't know. Tolkien was far more the greater linguist than I am.
Fair.
Given the fact that he went and, helped create
Created
Merriam-Webster. He created the Merriam-Webster dictionary. Man knows more about the English language than any professor would ever know.
Oh man, I'm trying to
was through Shakespeare of his time. He went and created the fucking language. Regardless, yeah, that's kind of the end all be all is. Morgoth had some pretty significant daddy issues because he was left in basically the fucking void with a blank canvas for a significant portion of his lifetime.
Decided to start fucking stuff up.
That's because he had a different viewpoint on the world, right? And
then he got really frustrated. He's like, am I really not that different? And God's like, no, you're really not that different. I made you for this reason so you could make the most extreme of things. And he's like,
and then
Dad,
he got
why?
really
Why would
attached to the rocks that Victor made.
Yeah, if you really wanted to boil it down like the Lord of the Rings, it's trauma incorporated.
Yeah. Well, there were some good patches, like half of the second age before Sauron came back and started fucking shit up.
Yeah, Numenor was great all up until it got sunk into the fucking sea.
Yeah.
Lord of the that Amazon show is probably gonna show that.
They've already made it. Ugh, it's so bad.
But honestly, they should. They should actually give a great rendition of the folly of man, in their infinite curiosity for things. Because for some reason, they thought that man should be punished for curiosity, which I think is a bullshit thing. They decided to try to sail west to the Isle of
Done
Elves.
a lot by Sauron.
Yeah, and by the way, influenced by Sauron, who was. It's really hard to pinpoint exactly what. Yeah, I wouldn't say Sauron seduced the king of man.
Definitely influenced.
Fairly influenced, but seduction may have been. I don't know if you've seen I don't know. Sauron was kind of a hot dude.
Oh, definitely.
You saw him in Middle Earth, Shadow Mordor. Sauron was hot.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Lots of fingers.
I loved what they did in those video games, Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War.
I'm not super comfortable with saying that Sauron was hot, but
I mean, he was.
Middle Earth version of an angel who loved perfection.
Oh yeah, him and Celebrimbor, they totally had more than just a bromance.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, poor Celebrimbor.
Oh my god. Watching that sequence, they did such a good job. It's such a great rendition of Celebrimbor being beaten to death with a jeweler's hammer. It made me feel feelings.
Yeah, and then Amazon's just we're not going to make Celebrimbor anything. They didn't even show a connection between Sauron and Celebrimbor.
But they were really close together because Celebrimbor had studied underneath the original smith of the elves.
Aule, who created the dwarves.
Yeah, he was one of
The Valar.
those disciples.
So really good smith.
Which, by the way, if Oye, or however you pronounce it, if he ever pulled his head out of his ass, he absolutely could have destroyed the Ring of Power. If they gave half of a shit.
Yeah, it definitely felt like they're like, it's just Sauron. They can deal with. We'll send 5 wizards. Maybe one of them will actually do something productive.
Yeah, and let's get down to Saruman. Saruman, the simp for a simp of a guy with daddy issues.
Yeah, what was his name? Like Kuruma or something?
It's ridiculous. It's like, I respect his power, and I'd like to learn more about it, and he ends up getting corrupted. And he
It's
goes
like,
like,
yeah, you look at you guys were both young, and now you want to go evil for him.
he's like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, I never knew the full story behind like Saruman teaming up with Sauron. They hinted at it in one of the Hobbit movies, but like,
They have history from back when my Sauron was not totally evil.
Yeah, Sauron was never totally evil. He had a reputation for being Sauron gift giver.
Anatar.
He was seen as, really kind of a nice guy, kind of the modern nice guy. So he'd give you things, but he really kind of wanted something in return.
yeah, of course, an eye for an eye.
I showed you respect. You better love me.
Or else.
So Sauron, being the first incel, created Saruman, the second incel.
Such a wild way to describe it.
Am I wrong?
No. It's just funny.
Is that Sauron went and created power from what he observed from Melkor there.
Mm-hmm.
And then Saruman went and tried to study Sauron there, tried to make sense of what he was doing, and then at the end of the day decided that, oh yeah, this is the way to go. The way to go is to grasp for power instead of actual knowledge. Because Saruman's original intent was to go and grab knowledge. He was the Valar of gathering, knowing how things worked in Middle-earth.
Yeah.
That's why he became the first white wizard there. Because he was able to gain all this information, and that all that information went and corrupted him because he saw it the wrong way. He saw it as a bid for power rather than a bid for just knowledge.
Oh, here they come.
Yeah, subscribe to Andalaith for more terrible takes on how Middle-earth works.
I always like the fun take where it's like you can have the dwarf and an elf in the same room and like have them. Fuck.
To be fair, Gimli and Legolas became the best of friends. They both sailed west together.
Oh,
my
of course. Of course they
were.
did.
You can't convince me that they weren't in love.
Yeah. They
With
are.
each other?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting into some deep stuff tonight, guys.
It's a very fun
Legolas,
show.
Legolas took Gimli with him when they sailed west to the Undying Lands.
And he wouldn't sail west until Gimli was dead or would come with him. He refused the call of the sea for like 100 years or more.
I thought Gimli had a wife.
No.
No.
Definitely
Lowen
not.
did. Now, whatever iteration of Gloin you've seen, because there's like 8 of them.
Yeah.
The thing about dwarf names is that they're given names. They're given as the other one passes on. That's why has been a lot of Durins.
No, don't they believe that Durin reincarnates as the next Doran?
Yeah. But it's a given name. It's a granted name
Yeah.
once.
Okay, yeah. Right.
That just made me think of that one scene where there's like a locket. I think Gloin had, and he's
that's
like,
from The Hobbit.
"Yeah, that's my wee lad, Gimli."
That's yes.
Gimli has to be one of my favorite characters.
He's definitely a lot more, I guess, serious in the books compared to like the movies. Kind of comedified him. And that's
You say he's more
Yeah.
serious in the books?
I
Actually,
think
so is but so is Faramir. So Strider.
Yeah.
Like they're all.
I understand that changes had to be made for the movie because yeah.
Like Aragorn was the emo king before like the better Aragorn came through. You cannot convince me that the movie Aragorn is any worse than the book Aragorn.
No, I think they're both good. I honestly gravitate more towards movie. I just feel like they put a lot more like care into shaping.
I
To be
have a
really
love.
interesting character.
Vigo Aragorn is my favorite form of Aragorn.
Yeah,
And I
no.
think-
Totally perfect.
I love Vigo, man. Like he.
Cannot imagine anyone else.
Oh my god! I just got smacked by a dwarf or a troll. Get it right. Get
Oh,
it
isn't
right.
it fun when they just send you flying?
Yeah.
Well, smack him back.
There we go. Suck on my sword. Tonight's the night I get canceled, people.
But you have to say that they could not have picked a better cast for Lord of the Rings.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Have you like seen those like fake bad fan castings of Lord of the Rings?
Is there? It's the first I've heard of it.
Oh, it's just like people purposely trying to make the worst possible casts of like the movies, and it's just like
Well-
you can probably Google it.
The only thing I could think of at that time frame when the movies came out was Ian McKellen casting as Gandalf, but he was also playing Magneto in the Fox X-Men franchise. So there were certain people making a certain correlation between the two, but like I had zero issue with that. If you tried to put anybody else to play Gandalf in that role,
No,
he's
that
perfect.
would not worked.
The two wizards were actually people of important note to British Parliament. They were both knighted within the British government.
Yeah. It's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect.
And every single person there, to include Peter Jackson as the director, gave so much into that program. Like every single one of them got injured in some way or another.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like even Elijah Wood, who was probably the weakest member of that cast, and come at me about it, he did take the Shelob prop through his fucking torso.
Did he really?
Yeah, he got stabbed.
Oh my god.
Like when you see him get stabbed, he got stabbed.
Wow. I did not know that. Alright, let's do this last skirmish. Hopefully it doesn't take forever.
Though I do have to say, out of everything there, Viggo Mortensen is probably my favorite, followed by... That was the best Sam that the books could have.
Oh,
passed.
yeah. Absolutely.
Like, I'm proud to play a Guardian as my main character because Samwise was worth it.
I mean,
So,
Samwise was one of my favorite characters in all the movies. Like, he carried Frodo. Literally
Oh,
and
literally,
figuratively.
In the books, it gets better because he actually got to wear the ring for a little bit, or he was influenced by the ring in the books. And the books, Sauron offered to Sam the control over every single farm in the Shire. Ultimate power, everything that Sam had ever wanted. And Sam's response is, man, that seems like a lot of work. I don't really want that.
Sam.
Gotta love Sam.
It's not a way where I really want to be.
What about Boromir? What are your thoughts on Boromir, book versus movie?
I think book Boromir definitely put him out a lot more. Movie Boromir was Sean Bean, so of course he's gonna die.
I don't think it was a good call of them to move his death scene to the end of Fellowship instead of the beginning of Two Towers.
Yeah,
I
agree with
he
that.
definitely died a hero's death, realizing the folly of what he was asking for and really making a last stand for these hobbits really did. That makes my voice shake.
Yep.
It definitely did the death scene very well.
Yeah, because, I mean, it showed who he really was. Just, like, to his core. Because, I mean, he was tempted by the ring. And
all he ever really wanted was protect his people, and it really emphasized his protective nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, he was willing to let the ends justify the means.
Exactly.
And while that makes him somewhat of an evil person, it also makes him a good person at the same time. It's a really complicated character to go and dissect.
Oh.
Personally, that's a character I resonate pretty highly with. You know, the ends justify the means, but what line is there to be there? You okay?
Oh, are you talking to me?
No, I'm talking to Miss Brawler there.
Yeah.
It sounded like you were choking on something.
No, I was just moving something.
Oh. Sounded like you took a sniffle a little bit too far and aspirated it.
Feeling good.
We were getting a little deep over here, man. Getting all choked up.
Mm.
I'm totally kidding. I'm not getting choked up.
If there's a series you get choked up about, Lord of the Rings definitely does make a deep dive into what it means to be a sapient human being. Not just for human beings, but acknowledging the rest of the races that were still there and sapient as well.
Yeah, but if you
have you ever contemplated?
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry,
go ahead. No, you're good.
Have you ever contemplated bears before?
Bears?
Bears.
No.
Bears are a species. Well, the entire race of bears, so to speak. They will go to some areas and they will sit there on places that are considered to be somewhat scenic, and they'll just appreciate nature.
That's awesome, actually.
Yeah, bears will go out of their way to go and sit somewhere and look at some scenic area just to appreciate nature.
Right? Until human steps into his view, his or her view, and ruins it.
Man, that doesn't even piss them off. It's actually kind of hard to piss a bear off. Unless they're a grizzly.
Or, a polar bear.
Oh, yeah, polar bears. I've never been near a polar bear. I don't want to be near one.
No, those are...
But as far as black bears are concerned, if you see a black bear in the wild, they're typically pretty chill.
Am I supposed to collect these orc swords?
In my experience and living in, the Northwest, I've seen plenty of black bears.
I have never seen a bear live.
Really, what you do is you leave them be and they leave you be.
There we go. I didn't know if I was supposed to do that, but I collected all those swords.
And I do remember once when I was in the San Bernardino Mountains that I was standing there looking over the campus of Cal State San Bernardino. And not too far away from me, down a couple rocks, was a bear doing the exact same thing. California black bear, overlooking the same exact thing that I could see.
Wow.
Wow.
He just kind of stood there for a while. When I moved, it went and ran off. Kind of felt bad about ruining its peacefulness there.
See, like, so for my business, I do a lot of photography and videography. That would be something that I would get a nicer camera and get one of those really, really expensive lenses. And I would just sit out in nature and just kind of take it all in. Like I would spend a whole weekend in nature just kind of doing that. I think that would be such a good time.
It really is. I do highly recommend it given the opportunity. But if you do go, don't do what I did. Take someone with you.
Oh, you saying don't take somebody with you, or make sure to take somebody with you?
Make sure to take someone with you.
Oh yeah, of course. I'll bring my wife. She would love it.
Or experiences that I've had among the San Bernardino Mountains and among the Tetons, currently look now, that maybe I shouldn't have walked back from. I'm saying, bring someone with you when you go on your next adventure.
Oh, absolutely.
Plus, it's nicer to go and share that experience with someone else, too.
Of course. Which was a better fight sequence? The Helm's Deep or Minas Tirith?
Helm's Deep was a lot more chaotic. A lot more satisfying when you finished it because it was harder to finish. The first time you played Helm's Deep, there was a strong chance you didn't finish that encounter.
Oh, fuck.
Wait, are you talking about, like, in the game or in the, like,
Oh,
movies or
I'm
books?
talking about in the movies. Sorry,
Oh,
I was
okay.
trying to kill a goblin zapper. There we go.
I thought you meant in the games because you can play like the epic battle for both of those.
Okay, I was kind of... I definitely found the Minas Tirith battle, like, in the game kind of weird.
Well, Minas Tirith, it has a lot more weight to it, considering that it's kind of their last stand for Gondor.
Yep.
It's also the last stand for Rohan.
Yeah, but
'cause-
Rohan is... If you really want to go into it, Rohan is basically a subsidiary of Gondor. Rohan was taken on by Greater Gondor and used as kind of a shield.
If they didn't win Helm's Deep and Rohan lost, then Gondor would have never stood a chance.
They would have been fine. The difference between Gondor and Rohan is that Rohan was the Horse Lords. They're nomadic people by nature. So chances are, whenever you go and you fight a fortification with Rohan, they're not all there.
Like mentally, is that what you're talking about?
No, like, story-wise. They're not all there just in general. The
Part of the
Horse
final
Lords
fight,
were
Gandalf
scattered.
left.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, that's the whole point of Gandalf leaving and then coming back.
Gondor was a lot more foot soldier based. They had infantry, they had more fortifications. The Rohan folk were taken on by the people of Gondor and basically treated as kind of a shield. That if something bad happens to Rohan, then it's coming its way to Gondor.
Yeah, that's true.
Which kind of explains Theoden's anger.
Yeah.
More of his indifference.
Where was Gondor when the Westfall fell?
Yeah, bad things are happening to Rohan. Okay, that's Rohan, man. They're not even there. They're nomads anyway. Who gives a crap?
Oh, welcome back. You missed a lot. We were just talking deep lore of Lord of the Rings, so you can go ahead and hit that rewind button and just listen.
It's actually really sad how Rohan was treated throughout Gondor's kind of kingship over them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Rohan was just kind of Easterlings that decided to settle down.
Were they descendants of Easterlings, or you're just making that correlation?
They were fighting them from whenever they showed up into scene.
Interesting.
Kind of running with their backs against the wall. So
Well,
whenever
maybe
they
say
found...
like Gondor was made by people fleeing from Numenor.
That's true.
That's true. Yes, that's absolutely true. Is that... But Gondor had a lot more time to go and prepare, and they created, Osgiliath and all these other monuments to go and create their own, Gondor is a back that you can stand your wall up against. And so they use Rohan to go and create that, kind of like how... it's kind of hard to explain. Have you ever... Rohan was effectively the South Korea to our America.
That's an interesting explanation.
Where, like, Gondor was absolutely... They were established. They were well established, and they were willing to allow Rohan to fall first before they started even considering the idea of defending them.
That is interesting. And, people just watching the movies, they would never understand that. Where is this dwarf taking me?
Like, granted, the U.S. did abandon the South Koreans a lot more than Gondor ever did to Rohan.
True. Okay, I guess there's going to be... Oh, the fourth assault is coming to the hallway. Okay.
Which one are you on now?
The 21st hall skirmish. It looks like I'm
okay.
about to finish the last assault.
Nice.
Be nice to know which direction they're coming from. I think it's this one, but... He's facing that way. I don't know why. Where's the fourth assault?
Oh, is that the one that's occurring at like the Hall of Records, where
I'm at the Chamber of Mazarbul.
Yeah, that should be it. Is it taking place at the other end of that chamber, of that hallway?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, he literally brought me to the chamber. It's like, okay, defend us, but like, where?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. I see red dot on the map. They're over here. I think they're killing whatever NPC is over here.
I believe for a second, but if you really want to get like really dark as far as like how far Gondor went down the shithole is that not only was Gondor willing to use Rohan as their shield, as their, South Korea and South Vietnam, but they were also willing to use themselves similar to how we would use Puerto Rico and stuff like that. Mostly because of Grima Wormtongue going in and arguing on behalf of Saruman the White, saying that we should go and join his forces and effectively join Mordor in their conquering of the rest of Middle-earth. And that was very much an argument that was brought up on multiple occasions to King Theoden.
And King Theoden was like, no, I'm good.
No, he wasn't. He was slowly getting corrupted by that.
Yeah, how did he get corrupted by... Was it from the Palantir?
Yeah,
No, that was Denethor.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Theoden is Rohan.
Yeah.
And that's why I actually put a thing into our meme things like, oh yeah, we've corrupted the son of Denethor, and he's like, which one?
Yeah, but like in the movie, they're showing that Saruman's using the Palantir to corrupt or to like control Theoden in his like ghostly state. How did
Quite
he?
the opposite. The Palantir was corrupting Saruman the White.
Yeah, because of Sauron.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was connected to the eye.
And the Palantir were made by Feanor. Sorry, I had to bring that up.
Oh, by all means, do bring that up. And the more lore we bring into this, the more...
We've already jumped up and different number of viewers hopping in to watch, so I gotta kill these.
Hey, you're right. The Palantir was created by one of the sons of Feanor.
Was it one of the sons or Feanor himself? I can't remember.
I thought it was one of the sons. Now I gotta look it up. I know a decent amount, just not that much. I'd wager that Miss Brawler there probably knows a lot more than I do about that, because she actually held on to the readings when I read them when I was in high school.
My brother said he needs a timeline of everything to have an understanding.
Timeline of what?
I'm gonna assume that he means like the full history of Lord of the Rings.
You were asking a lot there. The sheer amount of
Okay, it
lore.
doesn't say for sure, but it says made by the Noldor, probably Feanor.
Made by the Noldor. So yeah, probably. You're probably more right than I am.
Oh, and that's sweet. There's 7 of them for his 7 sons.
Oh hell, if you want to go like into really deep like conspiracy theory type lore, Tolkien died in 1973.
Yeah.
Yes.
1379.
Totally trippy.
1379. What numbers?
9 rings for men, 7 rings for dwarves, 3 rings for elves,
And one to rule them
1
all.
ring to rule them all.
Wow. I didn't even think about that. That's crazy. All right, now we fight them.
That's some real deep Tolkien lore.
Matsham, general of the enemy. Come here, buddy. I'm gonna beat
I'm
your...
always amused by the kind of inconsistencies between different iterations of the lore.
Well, do keep in mind that half the Silmarillion was made by his son.
Yeah, it was like, who exactly is Gil-galad's father? Did Feanor accidentally burn one of his sons alive? Depending on what version you read, the answer may be different.
Oh, I did it. That was easy.
The lore is like a black hole that you're gonna be sucked into for like the rest of forever.
Yeah.
The Tolkien family was literary geniuses.
Mm-hmm.
Victory is ours this day. Baruch Kazan.
if you really want to go and like chew on something great in literary terms, yeah, by all means, read Tolkien. Read Tolkien all the way back to the dictionary. The way he defined some words.
All right, looks like I'm about to lock in book 6.
All right, so at about 6.9, once you get to a certain area, and you'll realize where that is because you get teleported there. Whatever you do until the finish of that book, do not leave. You will not be able to come back.
Like at all, you have no access to get back there?
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
We have weathered this storm.
Shattered Khazad-dûm Tracery. Interesting.
I mean, I don't think you really want to use those.
Nope. It's just something that's being given to me right now.
No, it's used to buy traceries.
You can, however, if you'd like to and you want to go and
Hold on,
use
hold on.
them,
Most of the dwarves slain,
you can use
and
those to
himself
create
taken
and generate
captive,
ancient
as
script.
well as Ziegelberg. The dwarves elsewhere in Moria repelled, though barely,
It's
the
a waste,
retaliation
sure,
of the
but
orcs against them.
he boosted.
But another attack could spell doom for Durin's folk.
We cannot stand alone.
There we go.
Must seek new allies.
All right. So now we're on a different book.
Goody, more of my legendary items.
All right. With that being said, I'm going to finish up today because I've got some things to take care of, and it is past 10 o'clock here in my time. So I appreciate you guys hopping in and joining me on this casual stream. And I will catch you both sometime next week.
Later.
All right. See you guys.
Bye.
All right. With that, we're going to end today's stream. I appreciate everybody hopping in. It's Guild coming in strong, and we had a lot of fun today. Tackled a lot of the Moria storyline. We're on the next book. So, as always, keep crushing your games, and I will catch you on the next stream.